Doesn't matter what endgame content you want to do. Pinnacle bosses, 200% delirium maps, hardest wave of Simulacrum, or just helping out your friends with an endgame boss. This build will just melt anything while you stay pretty tonky. This is my free divine budget all content viable Flameblast Oil Grenade Gemling Legionnaire. Prices breakdown will come later in the video and all the trade links are available in the Mobilitics guide. What's up guys, Pidget here. How the build works in short. The build revolves around Flameblast and Gemling Legionnaire quality stacking for advanced thaumaturgy. Because the art quality of these gems is giving you more magnitude of ignite per stage. Currently we're getting 600% more magnitude of ignite, which is a really high multiplier. For clear, we're using Oil Grenade. This will spread the ignite from our Flameblast. How to clear with this build? When you're entering in the maps, you need to cast a single Flameblast on your enemies and then press Oil Grenade, and from this point you will keep the ignite damage that your Flameblast was inflicted. Then just keep pressing Oil Grenade till the map completes. Very important, do not, I repeat, do not get added fire damage, explosion or extra fire damage anywhere on your gear, otherwise it will break your Oil Grenade and it will not spread the ignite. Most of the low budget builds has zero defenses, but not this build. This can face tank a few hits thanks to our big life pool, armor and evasion combination, reaching 11k armor, 8k evasion and 5.8k life. This is already so much better than any low budget build that you could play in the current patch. All this thanks to the new Gemling Legion Ascendancy node Essence of Virtue. This providing us 24% increased maximum life and 40% armor and evasion rating, while also guaranteeing us a little bit life recovery rate as well. There is a drawback for this build. This is not only melting your enemies, sadly it will melt your GPU as well if you spamming on the same place the Oil Grenade. If you're not stacking the Oil Grenade, your performance should be okay, but even with that I was experiencing a lot of frame drops and I don't know how it will work on weaker PCs. Also, there is a big problem. If somehow your Oil Grenade getting ignited by an enemy, it will just stops working and you need to recast the Flameblast. Before I going over the items, I want to break down the prices of these items, and all of the trade links once again is available in the Mobilitics guide. When I was making the video, the Divine Exalted ratio was 1 Divine to 335 Exalted. With this in mind, let's proceed. So the weapon was 10x, last one spell level rune was 35x, the Fox Idol was the most expensive item in this build, 280 Exalted, and the crossbow was just 1 Exalted. The Calm's Hurt, because we're using that, it was 10 Exalted. The Xov's Blood with a little bit better roll, life percentage roll, it was costing 40 Exalted, and the rest of the gear was pretty cheap as well, as you can see here, 10x, 50x, 20x, 25x and 10x for the belt. And we're using a few rare jewel as well, that was total 27 Exalted, and also the uniques, we're using a few unique jewel as well, such as like a Prism of Belief to +1 to or Flameless, and also we're using a From Nothing, and you will see where we allocating that one. We need to 6 link or main ability and or clear ability. That was 2 times 80, that is 160 Exalted, so for the total 837 Exalted, and that is transitioning 2.5 Divine in total. That is less than 3 Divine that I was advertised. And now the items, guys. So basically all of the links once again is available in the Mobilitics guide, but I will want to just go over on the items, just like hovering over, because you know this is basically just rares, guys, nothing really impressive about it, and honestly the majority of the things is super cheap as you are seeing it. Although I want to talk a little bit about the Calm's Hurt. So why we using that? This piece of gear gives us a lot of HP, as you can see, and also the Gemling Legionnaire providing us 24% more maximum life, and also we getting 20% maximum life increase from here, and also from one of the quests is also providing us 5% maximum life. So that's why I decided to use the Calm's Hurt, because majority of the spirit gems is not doing that much, and also I did not want it to put pressure on our gear even further that, and also I think Calm's Hurt is a kinda very interesting unique item to use in a build, because that was the first time when I was using it, and honestly that much HP with this build is kinda good, and it feels pretty damn tonky as well. Although we need to use a very expensive Fox Idol, sadly, because this is just pure damage for us and it's providing us quality of all skills, which is very welcomed for this build, especially because we care about that one. And also another a little bit more expensive, so like 35 exalted-ish rune that is increasing the magnitude of damaging ailments, and ignite is a damaging ailment, so that is an additional multiplier for us. The passive tree looks like this, and you will need to use two different weapon set, one for clear, one for signal target damage. Both is breakdown in the mobilities guide as well, but also I will go over here. The orange one or the red one in the mobilities guide, it's for the signal target, so for the Flameblast. Just follow the setup that I was providing you in the links and you will have a good time. Although, because we want increase or clear, we want to use a different weapon set for oil grenade, and it's very important to get cooldown recovery rate, additional skill usage, and also even more area effect increase, and also a little bit more cooldown recovery rate, and also movement speed as well, just to be just to feel better the build in general, and also a little bit more area effect here. And basically this is how the clear is looking like, using a few unique javel in the build. And the first one is the From Nothing. Passive radius of Wide Surge incarnation can be allocated without being connected to your tree. We are allocating here the Slow Burn, the Fire Starter, the small Ignite magnitude node here. We using the Blood Transfusion, and also I'm using here the Mental Preservers of a little bit more intelligence. You know that is always comes in handy. And also we getting a little bit more Tonkiness from this one, because honestly guys, we're not really using our mana, because the build not that mana hungry at all, so basically that is a little bit more damage reduction. And the other unique javel is the Prism of Belief, +1 to all Flameblast skills, and that was pretty damn cheap, because if you want to get the +2 or +3, that is costing way more than our entire budget. And we're using a few rare javel as well. All of them is just literally we care about spell damage and the magnitude of ailments you inflict, so that is a damage increase pretty damn easily. And you can see here another one, and the last one is here. The Ascendancy looks like this, guys. At this point, I think the Gemling Legionnaire is not a big surprise if this looks like this. So we taking the Essence of Virtue for the Virtuous Barrier that will provide us maximum life, armor, evasion, and also a little bit of life regeneration rate as well. And we're taking the advanced thaumaturgy. This is how you will getting the alt quality effects for all of the abilities. And we're taking here the +2 level of all skills with intelligence requirement, because Flameblast is a intelligence requirement gem, and also our elemental weakness as well. And lastly, we're taking the gem study. This will provide us literally crit damage immunity, less mana cost, and also 40% less movement speed penalty while using your skill. Let's talk about the links as well. So first thing first, once again, you need to balance around your support gem capacity. You will socket here in the crossbow shot, absolutely useless support gems, and you will not even using the crossbow shot. This is just for the support gem numbers. And on the Flameless, guys, so on the Flameless, very important, first you need to quality up this bad boy. Very important, guys, because the alt quality of this one is the more magnitude of damaging ailments per stage. This skill has 10 stage, so this is providing us 620% more damaging ailments effectiveness, and that is a huge multiplier. We're using here Deliberation, Fire Attunement, Searing Flame 2, Concentrated Area, and Considered Casting. On the Elemental Weakness, we're using Curse Ground and Heightened Curse. On the Oil Grenade, we're using Multi-Shot, Magnifying Area, Short Fuse 1, Encroaching Round, and Nova Projectiles 1. And the rest of the skill gems is just to increase our capacity with the strength modes and the dexterity modes, because if you're using, for instance, only strength gems, that will provide you 2 additional modes. So that's why we're using here the Seismic Cry, Shockwave, and also we're using here a Gas Grenade, Flash Grenade, and Cluster Grenade. And this will provide us 1 and 1 dexterity and strength modes. And this is how the whole build is getting together. And this is why we have that much HP and also that much armor and evasion at the same time. Well, guys, this build is absolutely insanity for this very low budget, and honestly the damage is just insane. The Tonkiness is also pretty damn good. I amazed by this build in general, because when I put together I was not believing in my eyes how much HP you can get, evasion and armor you can get with just that much investment at this point of the game. It's, I think, pretty safe to say this will getting nerfed in 1.0 or maybe even before that with the mini patches, but don't worry guys, this league they will not touch this one at all, so feel free to play this build and just enjoy the game and carry your friends while you helping them out with the endgame bosses if you have friends. Till then guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Projet2. Thanks for watching. I was Projet. See you next time.